our DNA astrology subject. Because since we started the group, we didn't have any live conversation regarding our subject. Further, this live conversation is executed by Mr. Adnan Nandi sir. So thanks to Mr. Adnan Nandi sir
Glad
for
to help.
this for arranging this live meeting, and I expect students to. I expect this video, this live session, it should be an interactive session. It is not just a class.
Yes,
it should be an interactive session, and there should be a healthy discussion. And the discussion should be in every dimensions. So it will allow us to enrich our knowledge to the next level and our experience to the next level, and it will create more awareness. I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Okay, sir. I'm just watching Mr. Ken Parkson and another two people. Why all the people are not viewable to me?
I think Dr. Raman said that his net is a bit slow for the video, so he's there.
Okay.
But just that his video is not on. That's all.
Okay. So how much people are totally?
I think including you, we are 6 people. We have more. Including, yeah, there are 6 people, but I think we have a few more who I'm not sure if it's too early for them or not. Let me see the group. And
WhatsApp group check.
Yeah, Pratima Tripathi is supposed to join.
Okay.
Yeah, Pratima Tripathi is not there. Vijaya Bharati is not there.
Okay.
And I think there's another person, I'm not sure what his name is, whom I think you joined a little late. I think you added him. That person is also not there. Rest, I feel everybody of us are here. So 3 people are basically absent right now.
Okay, others are here.
Yeah.
That's okay, sir. So usually when we discuss about the characteristics of a particular person, or behavior of a particular person, or attitude of a particular person, what do? Usually we used to see the ascendant, right? Usually we used to see the ascendant and the planets placed in the ascendant. And based on that, we used to calculate the character, the attitude, the mannerism, and the behavior of the particular person using the Karakatva features of the planet. So this is what is happening in the regular astrology.
Correct.
But in DNA astrology, what we are going to do is we are going to calculate the Karakatva, the mannerism, and the characteristic features and the behavior of the concerned person using the karmic registry of the planet, not the particular planet. Take for an example, just a simple example. So what about the placement of the planet Saturn in our Lagna, in our ascendant? Usually what do we do? If Saturn is placed in the Lagna, how do we estimate or how do we calculate the concerned person's behavior, the concerned person's activities, regular activity, day-to-day activities? How do we assume the concerned person's character? Usually what do? We cut, copy, paste the characteristic features of the Shani Bhagavan, of the Saturn. And we used to compare the characteristic features of the Saturn with the particular person, whether it is related or not, whether it is relating to him or not. But what we are going to do here is, we are going to take the birth star of Saturn. Birth star of Saturn. The birth star of Saturn is Revati. So Revati carries the curse of Mars. What is the attitude of Saturn? Saturn is very, very slow. Saturn is very, very lazy. But at the same time, Saturn is a Karakatva for our profession. Saturn is a very, very hard working person. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, Saturn is lazy. Saturn is not punctual. I'm not sure that everyone is hearing me or listening to me.
Yeah, we can. We have muted our mics, sir, so that there's no disturbance.
Okay. No need to mute your mic, sir.
Okay.
Because this is an open conversation.
Sure.
So everyone can mute their own mics. Okay. So because this is a discussion. So can you follow what I'm trying to convey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if we understand you correctly, what you're saying is that usually what we do is we take the planets which is there in the ascendant, and based on the characteristics or karakatva of that planet, we used to assign whatever the qualities that person will have. But what now you are
Yes.
saying is we will take, for example, like we are taking the example of Saturn. So if Saturn is there in the ascendant, we actually will look at the birth star of Saturn, which is
Yes.
which is
Yeah, the birth star of Saturn is Revati and it carries the curse of Mars.
yes.
So here the Saturn won't work here.
Right.
But instead of Saturn, the characteristic features of Mars and the power of Mars will work within that concerned person.
So will his physical how he looks also will be like Mars?
Yes, Mars will influence him a lot.
Okay.
Because Saturn have two kinds of combinations, sir. Saturn have two basic contrastable things. Saturn have an advantage. Do you know what is advantage? Saturn is a very, very hardworking person. Saturn is a very, very hardworking person because Saturn is the god of our profession. Saturn is a Karagatva of slavery. So we all know about slavery, how slaves will work. The slaves or an employee will work very, very hard. Okay, Saturn is a very hardworking person, but at the same time, Saturn is a planet which cannot be punctual. Saturn is not punctual. Saturn is very, very late because Saturn is very, very slow-moving planet among the 9 planets. Right? So these are the usual characteristics of Saturn. But if Saturn is placed in the Lagna, instead of the characteristics of the Saturn, Mars is working out. Mars is playing the major role. Mars is playing the vital role in influencing the character, in influencing the mindset, in influencing the behavior, in influencing the decisions made by the particular person. Everything in our nature is based on the stimuli and the response to the stimuli. Do you accept that?
Sure.
The character of the concerned person or the behavior of the concerned person is based on only 2 dimensions: stimuli and response to the stimuli. So if we do something and the nature will give return to us another thing. The nature will impose some things on us. Our external environment, our external relation will give something to us, and we do react to that. So action and the reaction. So these are the 2 dimensions of our life. These are the 2 dimensions of our character. But if Saturn is placed in the Lagna, Saturn is placed in the ascendant, instead of the characteristics of the Saturn, the person will be highly influenced by the karmic registry of Mars. So the characteristics of Mars will be inbounded in the concerned person.
Okay,
you can unmute your mic, sir.
Yeah, got it. So what you are saying is that internally, the way he reacts to his environment, or internally how he thinks and intuitively reacts to situation will be more like Mars than like Saturn.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry to stop you, sir. I have a question for you. But if there is more than one planet sitting in ascendant, sir, how do we consider, how do we combine them?
If more than one planet is sitting in the ascendant, the characteristic features or the attitude will have the combination of those 2 planets' karmic registry. I will explain that. Okay. Take for an example, the Sun is a planet and Mercury is a planet. Okay, Sun, Mercury, Venus are 3 connected planets because they almost they move close to each other. Okay, what if an ascendant in any Lagna? It can be any Lagna. It can be Meena Lagna, Pisces Lagna. It can be Aries Lagna or anything. What if Sun and the Mercury placed together or conjuncted together in the Lagna? Usually, what do we consider? We take the characteristics of the Sun. We take the characteristics of the Mercury. That's what we do usually in all traditional astrological methods.
Correct.
But what we are doing here in DNA is we are taking the birth star of Surya Bhagwan. The birth star. So what is the birth star of Surya Bhagwan? The Surya Bhagwan's birth star is Hasta. Okay. So Hasta Nakshatra carries the karmic registry of Jupiter. And what about Mercury? The birth star of Mercury is Dhanishta.
Dhanishta.
Right? So Dhanishta carries
Baba,
the
call coach
karmic
kyo?
registry
Ma.
of Saturn. Now the concerned person will have the character, the behavior, the attitude, or reacting method, reacting way to the external environment. Everything is influenced by not Surya and Buddha. Everything will be influenced by Guru and Sani Karma. So this is the difference we are interpreting in the horoscope. Can you understand the difference?
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You
And
can
what about,
observe
sorry,
that-
Lagna Lord, and what happened to the Lagna and Lagna Lord karmic registry?
Lagna Lord is another important thing. Lagna Lord is another important thing. We should have to provide some concentration on the Lagna Lord also. But what I'm trying to say, convey is the characteristics of a Lagna. So based on the planetary placements, we are assuming the character of the concerned person, but that doesn't matches to his exact mannerism, exact practical character in the real life. So why this difference is happening is because of the in-depth karma of the planet is working out. Usually, we take an ascendant, any ascendant. Mercury is placed in the ascendant. Okay, so what are the characteristic features of Mercury? Mercury is the god of mathematics. Am I right? Mercury is the karakatva of mathematics. Yeah, Mercury is the karakatva of writing because Mercury is the karakatva of literature.
Right.
Am I right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mercury is the karakatva of all alpha mind power. If anyone don't know about that, you can note it down. Mercury is the karakatva of alpha mind power. Mercury is the karakatva of subconscious memory power, subconscious mind.
Right.
Communication also.
Yeah, communication also. Mercury is responsible. That's why I'm coming one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mercury is the karakatva of telecommunication. Mm-hmm. Mercury is the karakatva of journalism. Mm-hmm. Mercury is the karakatva of literature and writing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Mercury is the karakatva of photography or camera.
Okay.
Mercury
not
is the
Rahu?
karakatva.
Not Rahu or Sun for photography, because usually we see.
No, sir. I will tell the reason. Because anything you record, anything you register, anything you memorize in your memory is responsible by Mercury.
Okay.
Mercury is the god of memory. Right? So your fingerprint, your eye print, your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, your driving license, and all the IDs are there, right?
Identity.
Your identity is Mercury. So Mercury is responsible for all your identity. Mercury is responsible for your signature. Without your signature, none of your documents will be applicable in any legal court, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right. If take for an example, your father is having a money deposited in the fixed deposit in any particular bank. It may be 40 lakhs, 30 lakhs, or 10 lakhs, or 15 lakhs. After the expiry of your father or grandfather, that money is owned by you according to law. Is that right?
Right.
But when you approach to the bank manager, what he will ask? What is the proof that you are the son of the concerned person? Right? He asks the death certificate of the concerned person, first of all. And after that, he will ask the birth certificate of yourself. And he will ask the ration card. And he will ask the Aadhaar card. And all the identity of yours and your father to relate that the evidence that you are the son of the concerned person. So evidence is the word which is controlled by the planet Mercury.
Yeah, through documents.
So evidence. Yeah, what are all the documents, what are all the material proof, what are all the audio proof, and what are all the video proof or register, or any things which you are registering, any things which you are footprinting comes under the Mercury.
Right.
That is why astrology is the karakatva of Mercury, because astrology is a fate. Astrology is also a script, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Very good. Yeah.
Right. if the Mercury is placed in the Lagna, what do we think? The concerned person will be very, very mathematical. The concerned person will be highly logical. The concerned person will be very, very intuitive. That means the concerned person will use the subconscious memory power very, very high, in a high inflammable area. That's how we think when Mercury is placed in the Lagna.
Correct.
That's how we interpret when Mercury is placed in the Lagna. But what really is happening there is, when Mercury is placed in the ascendant, the character of Mercury won't work at all.
Shani will work.
Shani.
Because the Mercury's birth star is Dhanishta. So Dhanishta carries the karmic registry of Saturn. So Saturn will influence what are all the characteristic feature of Saturn will influence the concerned person.
It's completely opposite.
Yes. Mercury is very, very punctual because the calculation is Mercury. Time is Mercury. Time is the Karakatva of Mercury. If a Mercury is influencing any particular person, he will be on time. 9 o'clock means a sharp 9 o'clock. But
punctual.
But he will be punctual. He will be core to the punctual. But when Mercury is placed in the Lagna, the concerned person will not be punctual.
Sir, what happens if there is no planet in Lagna?
If there is no planet in Lagna, then the person will be somewhat luckier when compared to the planet placement. So the
what do we
Lord
do?
will take care of the character and the attitude of the person.
Okay.
Because if there is no planet in the Lagna, it is a very great gift for the ascendant. Do you know why that is? Any planet sitting in the Lagna, it will try to dominate the character. It will try to control the emotions of the concerned person. Take for an example, Saturn. If Saturn is placed in the Lagna, okay. Saturn, I already intimated that Saturn was born under the Revati Nakshatra, and it carries and it carries the curse of Mars, and it carries the karmic registry of Mars, right? Okay. Even though the concerned person, he don't want to get angry. He want to maintain his emotions in a very silent mood. Even the concerned person is very aware of what is anger, that we should not get angry. Angry is not a good attitude. The concerned person will know that very well. But at the same time, the Saturn placed in the Lagna will not allow the person in a calm mindset. Will not allow the person to be calm. The Saturn placed in the Lagna will make the person more and more and more anger, a moral anger to the adharma, which is happening in the environment, external environment.
Do we have anybody here with Saturn in Lagna?
Yes, I am the Saturn Lagna person.
Okay, yeah, because you know what, I was seeing you, the mannerism you have is really of Mars, because you're very quick. You are like the way you speak is like a lot of energy. The way you speak fast, you speak fast. You want to come to the point very quickly.
Yeah, because Mars is very fast and Mars is very loud. Mars is very audible. So the Mars will have a bass voice. Okay, right? So these are all not the characteristics of Saturn. These are all the characteristics of Mars. Wow. But Saturn is placed in Lagna.
Okay. So are you saying that if Saturn is placed in the Lagna, to some extent, Saturn wants to control, but it is not because Mars is taking over like that? So do we need to, there's a battle between the two planets like Saturn and Mars. Do we also need to consider that?
It is not about the connection of Saturn and Mars, sir, but wherever Saturn sits, in which bhava Saturn is sitting, it will always express the characteristic features. It will always express the karmic power of Mars. It will always express the karmic power of Mars.
Irrespective of the Lagna, right?
Yes. Take for an example, if Saturn is placed in the 9th house. So what is your 9th house? The 9th house is your father.
The father. Yeah.
Okay.
Dharma.
If what if the Saturn is placed in the 4th house? The 4th house is your mother, right? What if the Saturn is placed in your 12th house? 12th house is your grandma. That means your father's mother. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Your father's mother from Bhavat Bhava. Okay. If the Saturn is placed in the 7th house, what about 7th house? 7th house is a life partner. It's our husband or wife.
Yes.
Right? You can observe wherever Saturn is placing. The concerned person will expect a very, very self-respect. He will expect a lot of self-respect. If any situation appears to damage the self-respect or to humiliate the self-respect of the concerned person, he will blast like anything. He will blast like an atom bomb.
My Saturn is in 9th house, and my father is very strict, exactly like Mars. He's very strict, and he has all the characteristics of Mars. So it's very true.
One quick question, sir.
Live case study. So this is what we expect in the class.
One quick question, sir. Let's say if
Hello.
Saturn is in Lagna, okay, and Saturn owns 5th house and the 6th house. How do we see that?
It is not about the ownership houses of the Saturn. We are just discussing about the placement of planets in the Lagna. So today, starting session, we discuss how the genetic effects, the karmic effects is implanting our Lagna. So to make an awareness, to make an understanding, we are starting with this session. So still we have we can have a lot of video session. We can have a lot of one by one session to understand the real flame of astrology. I think so.
So, like in the case of Sriram, we have Jupiter and Moon in his Lagna. So,
so what is the birth star of Moon? The birth star of Moon is
Mrigashira.
Yes. What is the karmic registry of Mrigashira?
Jupiter Karma.
Okay. And another planet, Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter himself is placed in the Lagna. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the birth star of Jupiter?
I think Pushya, right? Pushya.
So what is the karmic registry of Pushya?
Rahu.
So what are all the planets? What are all the characteristic feature? What are all the attitude which rules Rama?
Yeah, he's like
I mean, it's very knowledgeable. Always sticks to the dharma.
Yeah. So
okay,
that's why we call him like Rahu. So
Rahu is a planet which will never get retired. There is no retirement for Rahu. It will keep on going, keep on going. So Rama will never get tired. He will never give up. Right.
Yes.
And another most important thing is the curse of Rahu and the curse of Guru is placed in the Lagna itself. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Because,
correct.
Yeah. Correct. Because the Chandra Bhagavan is placed in the Lagna. If Chandra Bhagavan or Surya Bhagavan or Mars, Kuja Bhagavan is placed in the Lagna, the concerned person will indirectly be impacted by the karmic registry of Jupiter. Am I right?
Okay. Yes. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Audible. Yeah, right, sir.
Right. In Rama's horoscope, the Chandra Bhagavan is placed in the Cancer ascendant itself. So it impacts indirectly the karmic registry of Jupiter within the characteristic of Rama. So we can find another genetical connection that the father of Rama, the king Dasharatha, was born under the nakshatra Hasta. He himself carries the curse of Jupiter.
Oh, okay. Yes.
He himself carries the curse of Jupiter. And another most important thing for the proof of Jupiter karma. So what is the karmic effects of Jupiter? Delayed pregnancy, late baby, late issues, no issues. So these are the karmic effects of Jupiter. Am I right? Because Jupiter is the Putra Karakatva.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Putra Karakatva.
Right? Yeah. More than 60,000 years, Dasharatha ruled the kingdom of Ayodhya, more than 60,000 years. But more than 60,000 years, he don't have any child.
Progeny, yeah.
And after 60,000 years, after doing Putra Kameshti Yaga, only Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughan were born. Are you accepting that?
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely.
So this is due to the karmic registry of Jupiter, Putra Dosha. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is mind-blowing.
So interestingly, I remember one more horoscope of Guru of Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Even he has moon in his Lagna, and he had no children.
Yes, that particular moon gives the power of spirituality, because Guru is the power of spirituality. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we connect the life history of Rama to the nakshatra of what he born. What is the birth star of Rama? It's Punarpushya. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Punarpushya was a nakshatra which carries the curse of Saturn. Am I right?
Yes, Saturn. Yes, sir. Saturn karma. Right.
The entire life history of Rama is the turning point due to the planet, due to the karma of Saturn. Do you know how it is work? Saturn is nothing but a physically challenged people. Are you accepting that? Physically challenged. Okay. The physically challenged Guni is responsible for Rama to go to the forest for more than 14 years.
Yes. True.
Right.
Mantra. Yeah.
Yes. And another most important thing is that we have to connect the karma of Dasharatha and Rama together. Yeah. Okay. The Dasharatha was died due to the fear, due to the worriness, due to the worriness that Rama left him, not the other four people. He only vowed, he only worried, he only feared, he only very, very attached to the Rama, number one. Then only after the three people. Dasaratha was only worried because Rama went to forest. If Lakshmana alone went to forest, or Shatrugna alone went to forest, if Bharata alone went to forest, the Dasaratha won't be worried. Are you trusting that?
Yeah.
So,
yes, sir.
Rama is the weakness of Dasaratha.
Right.
Do you know why? Among the four people, only Rama is the weakness of Dasaratha, because Dasaratha was born under Hasta Nakshatra. The Hasta Nakshatra carries the karmic registry of Jupiter. The Jupiter planet have three stars: Punarpushya, Vishaka, and Purvabhadra. Rama was born under the Jupiter star Punarpushya. So Rama is the weakness of Dasaratha.
Oh, very interesting, sir. Very interesting.
Yeah, can you connect to the genetical impact of the karma, how it works under our heart, and how it controls our emotions?
One question, sir. So, whichever planet we are coming to, let's say Jupiter in case of Rama, or let's say in case of Sri Ramakrishna, we are saying that, so like you said, both the good and bad is getting mixed. Like it is affecting the child karakatva of Jupiter, it is not giving, but at the same time it is giving the good quality, that is the knowledge or a guru's respect. Now the challenge we will probably face is like which to take when you have a curse, because that means that there is a curse of that planet. Now the curse of the planet usually has a negative implication.
It is a very nice question, and we have to address that. In the karma, there's both good and bad, but we have to identify the good things, and we have to take the good things. Okay, right. How can we identify which is good and which is bad? Take for an example, if a planet is placed in the Lagna, take any example. Let's take Mercury is placed in the Lagna. Okay, so Mercury carries the karmic registry of Saturn. Am I right?
Right.
So Saturn,
yes, sir.
Saturn is the person. Saturn is the planet which makes the concerned person to work day and night. Even for more than 2 to 3 days, the concerned person can work without food and without sleep.
Right.
Have you observed any person?
Correct.
Have you observed any person where Mercury is placed in the Lagna? The concerned person have the potency to work more than 2 to 3 days without having food, without having sleep. Okay, so this is the power, this is the karmic power given by Mercury due to Saturn karma. So the karma have two phases. It will give disturbance from the external environment, but at the same time, it will work as a boon within ourselves.
Okay.
The talent
Okay.
within
Internally.
ourselves.
Okay.
Okay.
Internally. Take for an example, Ketu is placed in the Lagna. Ketu is placed in the Lagna. So what is the birth star of Ketu?
Ashlesha.
What is the birth star of Ketu?
Ashlesha, sir.
Asalesha. If Ketu is placed in the Lagna, right? Okay. Asalesha Nakshatra carries the curse of Surya Bhagavan.
Surya Bhagwan.
Surya Bhagavan. So the concerned person will also be impacted by the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan. So, we can evidence that. Okay, right. So the Surya Bhagavan have two phases, advantages and disadvantage. Okay. So what are all the disadvantages? Ego, over dictatorship, commanding others, expecting people to obey their control, even though we do not have any authority to command them. So these are all the negative things.
Right.
So what are all the positive things? Medicine, the power of medicine, medical skills, healing power, medical skills. Because Surya Karma is the best doctor, as I already intimated. The concerned person have to utilize the positive talent within himself. So what are all the karmas he have? He have to identify the positive talents, and he have to master the skills in that particular area, in that professional area. So that is the best parihar for any curse or any karmic registry.
Okay. I see.
Mr. Ken Parkin, sir, is that useful for you? Are you listening to us?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, but I have a little bit background sound, so I was like unmuting myself.
Sorry, I'm not audible to hear your voice.
No, what he was saying was there was some background noise where Ken is, so he was muting his mic due to that reason.
Okay. That's okay. Okay, sir. So every planet, so there is a secret that if any karma we carry in our horoscope, it can be our Lagna point standing nakshatra, it can be our Rasi nakshatra, or it can be our Lagna Lord standing nakshatra, whatever it might be. Okay. So there are two kinds of nature of the concerned karma we will suffer. So what is the two contrast nature is that? The same planet behaves like an exalted planet. The same planet will behave like a debilitated planet. Can you get my point?
So looks like so taking the example of Sun or any other planet, the planet will have some good qualities, exalted qualities.
Yes.
Okay. So you are saying that one thing is that once I know that this is the main planet that I need to focus on, let's say Mercury. So basically you are saying that one of the remedy is that whatever is the karakatva of Mercury, like knowledge, acquiring knowledge, reading or whatever it is.
Okay. I hope this might not be completely satisfy all your knowledge thirst, but this might be a little bit useful for you. This
Very
video
useful.
conversation.
Very useful.
No, very, very useful, sir. Very useful.
Because
sorry, go ahead.
subject is the ocean. We can't conclude everything within a single line, right?
Yes,
So it
sir.
have
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of dimensions within that, and so concerned person should have the patience to observe the things and to practically apply the things in the horoscope, so that they can excel in that particular field, right? Okay, so the karmic behavior of the planet, any karma, any planet's karma, a person have, and the planet have two phases. So the planet will behave as an exalted planet, but at the same time the planet will behave as a debilitated planet. But before coming to the conclusion, we have to be clear what an exalted planet will do.
Okay.
Because according to my perception, the planet's behavior is different. An exalted planet will behave in a different way. right? Not like the traditional astrology is saying, right? So first we have to learn that what is the meaning of exalting, and what is the meaning of debilitating. What all do we used to think exalted planet is very good and debilitated planet is very worst, right? That's what we all are thinking. But
Right.
exalted planet is very, very worse. Do you know why? An exalted planet will try to control you.
Okay.
Take for an example, if sun is exalted. An example, if sun is exalted.
I have that
okay?
in my chart, sir. Sun is exalted.
Yeah, sun is exalted in the Aries. Okay, whatever Lagna you have, whatever Rashi Nakshatra you have, sun is exalted in the Aries. That exalted sun will always try to control you, and that particular planet will be very, very possessive with you.
Will be what?
Possessive.
Possessive. Okay.
Possessive.
Okay.
Okay. That means I'm the person. Let's imagine sun is a father. Okay, Surya Karakato is a father. So our father is exalted, right? So there are two kinds of attitude which can be expressed by the father. Do you know what that is? Either the father will be a dictator or a dominator,
right.
or else the father will be very, very possessive with the concerned person. Always he tried to intimate that I am the person who brought you up. I am the person who give you a lot of affection. I am the person who is carrying you in the world forever. So you have to be in my control. You have to make decisions. Yeah, you have to make decisions according to my wishes. You should not have wishes of your own, because you don't know what is good or what is bad. But I know what is good or what is bad to you. Like that, the exalted planet will penetrate the thoughts or the influence of its own behavior to the concerned person.
Okay.
It will always try to arrest the person with the chain of dictatorship or with the chain of affection. So this is the real character of the exalted planet. You can observe that in any charts.
So this is only when we are considering these three points like Lagna, Moon Star, and
it is
Lagna
not
Lord?
about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about the general exaltation.
No, because I have an exalted son, but I'm actually not very like that, at least with my kid. But that little bit of control due to parent is there. A bit of that will be there. But in general, I'm not like that.
What I'm trying to do is take an example of a Rohini Nakshatra or a Mrigasirsha Nakshatra under the Taurus sign, right? So in the Taurus, the moon is exalted, especially in the Rohini. You can ask any Rohini Nakshatra people about their mom, about their mother, how possessive they are to their kids.
Okay.
Sir, absolutely true.
Because the exalted planet, either it will try to dominate you, or it will beg to you that you have to be attached to myself. You are mine. You are the property of mine. Like that, it will create a bond. It will create an affection chain. It is not an affection. It is an affection chain. And it will arrest you with the bonding, with the attachment bonding.
So you're saying the exaltation is actually increasing both the positive and the negative qualities. The negative qualities are also getting extreme due to exaltation.
The negative qualities getting extremely increased. What about the exalted Venus? Venus is a Karakatva of life partner, right? You can observe two kinds of people. One is debilitated Venus. Another one is exalted Venus. If any person, especially a male, have an exalted Venus, you can observe what are all the possessive affection torture he is getting from his life partner.
Oh, moon karma.
It is not about moon karma. It is because of the exalted
Exaltation. Yeah, exaltation. Right.
Exalted Venus. Any exalted planet will try to arrest you or will try to control you either through domination or through affection. So affection is a tool.
Okay.
Attachment is a tool.
And what happens when that planet is, like, say, debilitated?
Debilitated. Yeah.
That is straight opposite to that. If there is a debilitated planet, that planet will simply give a statement that I am debilitated, so I have no power. I have no power to help you or support you. But at the same time, I won't dominate you. I won't control you. You can lead your own life. What are all the decisions you are, what are all the decisions you are taking? So what are all the consequences? What are all the results? You will be the concerned person who is facing that. So I am not responsible for the decisions. You can make your own decisions. You can choose your own path. I won't control you, but at the same time, I cannot support you.
Okay. So those like for luxury we take Venus or those kind of happiness from material things. So that also
Yes.
he won't be getting. He neither will be controlled by it, neither will he get it.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to say. Exalted planet will always try to control by giving the things in an enormous form. It will give a lot. It will give a lot, but it will try to it will control you, because it will create a checkmate that you are enjoying these things because of me, because I am exalted in your horoscope. So you have to be under my control.
Got it.
So true.
Right?
So I have a friend. What you said is absolutely true. So I have a friend who has an exalted sun in his 10th house, and his father behaves in a very erratic way. Every time he comes to me, I have to give his number. Give my number to his father. Where even at the age of 40, his father is around 70. He still behaves like that. Very possessive.
Yes.
Absolutely true, sir. Absolutely true.
Yeah. So if you want to know more information about the exaltness, Mr. Arnab Nandi sir just now intimated that his father is not that much possessive when compared to the exalted son, right?
No, I myself said actually.
You yourself are possessive, but if you want to know about more detail about the exalted planet, you have to know which Bhava the planet is owning, which Bhava the planet is controlling. What is your Lagna?
Mine Lagna is Scorpio.
Your Lagna is Scorpio. Okay, your Lagna Scorpio means your 10th house is Leo. Right. So the exalted sun is the owner of the 10th house. 10th house is a mother-in-law.
Oh, she's very. Oh yeah, she does. Not in my life, at least. But she's
because you are a male, and she cannot impose her thoughts to you after a limit. But if you are a female, you will feel a lot.
Yeah, she does that in my wife's case. Micromanage a lot. A lot of micromanagement goes in when she. Yeah,
just imagine a Sagittarius Lagna person. Sagittarius Lagna person, the 9th lord himself is a Surya Bhagavan. If the Surya Bhagavan is exalted in the 5th house, what we people all will say, 9th lord is exalted in the 5th house. What a luckiest person in the world. This person will be blessed by his father. Nothing will happen. The affection itself will ruin the concerned person's life.
It's more like Karko Bhavna, Shai.
That's really. Not like that, sir. Not exactly. But whatever affection we have on another person, it should not hurt the concerned person. It should not spoil the concerned person's life. Right. Our affection should be like an energy tonic, but affection should not be like a drug. It should not create an addiction, right? The exalted planet will create an addiction, or it will be addicted to us. Okay, so why I'm explaining the exalted planet and the depleted planet is to understand the behavior of the karma registry planets. If we have a Saturn karma, the Saturn will behave dual, both as an exalted planet and as a depleted planet.
I have an exalted Saturn in my 4th house, but I'm very humble. Nothing serious going on.
Because Saturn is a planet of humbleness, sir. Because Saturn is a planet of inferiority complex. Saturn is a planet of slavery. Saturn is a planet of downtrodden. The concerned person will be very downtrodden. Do you know who is the ruler of ego? Surya Bhagavan is the ruler of ego. Saturn is not the ruler of ego. But if any person have the exalted Saturn in the 4th, especially in the 4th house, okay, that person will suffer a lot of peer pressure, a lot of commitment, a lot of things which is pressuring him through the career.
Why is that, sir?
Because Saturn is a lot of career, right?
I have no job
but by
from 1
placing
year.
in this 4th house, or it is like in general you are saying?
Generally, Saturn is a career. Because generally Saturn is career, but
Yeah.
Mr. Ken Parkson sir intimated that Saturn is the 7th lord and the 8th lord, because he is a Cancer Lagna person, right? He is a Cancer Lagna person. Cancer Lagna person. Saturn is the 7th lord or 8th lord. So your 7th lord is exalted. So what is the Karakatva of your 7th lord? Your wife.
My wife, yeah.
Your life partner. So what are all the characters which I have said regarding the exalted planet which be implement to your life partner? Because your 7th lord is your 7th lord.
She's also
Right?
Very
nice.
interesting.
She's more humble than me.
Sir, she is humble, sir, but
Because of
what
Saturn.
I'm trying to say is the possessiveness or the attitude by controlling. You have to be always with me. Like that, the expectations will be more and more when the concerned Bhava Lord is getting exalted.
Exalted.
Concerned Bhava is getting exalted. But before that, first more important thing, we have to check whether your Lagna is correct or not. Because Lagna correction is very important, right? Without knowing the Lagna, we can come to a final conclusion. This is right or this is wrong. Yes, because our birth horoscope is a genetic report. It is like a scan report. What if the birth horoscope itself is wrong?
Yeah, you are right.
Everything will be wrong, right? Yeah, our every assumptions will be wrong. Yeah, so we should have some patience and we should observe the planets and characters features in a lot of horoscopes, not in only one horoscope.
Right.
Yeah, because just by a single example we can't come to a conclusion. We have to need a minimum 300 to 500 examples to come to a conclusion, to make a rule. Astrology is not much easy.
Right. It is one of the hardest,
Yeah,
I believe.
right.
Hardest.
Yeah, because studying astrology is
easy to become a
but
doctor.
creating a syllabus is not easy.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Today, just today or day before yesterday, I met a lady. That lady is used to bath the inborn kids. The inborn kids, the shoulder will not be. The shoulder will be very, very loose, right? Loose joint. The neck will be very loose joint for a born kid.
Yeah.
For a born child. Only after 5 to 6 months, the shoulder will adjust to the neck, right? So that inborn babies have to be handled very, very carefully, right? For that, in our, especially in Tamil Nadu, we used to call some people who were experienced for bathing for that particular concerned babies. Because it is not just bathing, it is just giving acupressure to the concerned points, to the concerned joints for the newborn baby, right? For the newborn baby, it is like an exercise to the baby.
So massage at some point.
Yes, massage like bath. Through bathing, it is a massage. It can be oil massage, it can be shower massage, anything. Through bathing, it is a massage, so it is an acupressure exercise given by the concerned lady. Okay, acupressure or acupuncture or any physiotherapy karakatva is physiotherapy or bodybuilding karakatva is Mars.
Right.
Do you know that?
Right.
Right. I have just noted that the concerned lady is Kritika Nakshatra.
Oh.
Kritika Nakshatra carries the karmic relationship of Mars. Right. And another most important thing is Kritika Nakshatra is identified by Kritika virgin girls, the Kritika virgin angels. Kritika angels.
Right.
Kritika angels are the mothers who take care of Lord Subramanya.
Right.
But they are not the original mother.
Correct.
They are not the original mother. They are the mothers who take care of Lord Subramanya.
Right. So there's a connection, right?
right?
Correct.
So like that, everything we hear, everything we listen to, the activities in our day-to-day life have a connection with the horoscope. But we should have some patience, or we should have some logical thinking with the help of Mercury to connecting the connections, to connecting the dots.
Right. Very right.
But I don't think Mr. Ken Parkson sir is much interested.
I'm
think that
interested,
is
sir.
some clarification.
Yes, I'm interested. I have a lot of background sound, so I'm not speaking too much.
Okay, right.
His Saturn
I'm very much
Karakatva is
interested.
taking over.
Yeah, no. Because while reading your face, I didn't find the satisfaction that you find something valuable information.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Okay, right.
No, I'm carefully listening to you.
Yeah, because this is a starting session, sir. We used to share a lot of information. Only by applying that information, you will get a lot of experience.
Experience, yeah, you are right.
Some information might be vague. Some information might mismatch. But we have to experience the information. We have to cross check with a lot number of horoscopes, not with the single horoscope.
Not with the one. Yeah, you are right, sir.
Right. Why I'm trying to say is only the exalted planet alone doesn't determine your fate. Are you accepting that?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Saturn is only one planet, but there are other 8 planets placed in your horoscope. More than your Lagna Lord is also important. The star which the Lagna Lord is placed under is also important. So these are the combination of the influences which are impacting your horoscope, not the only planet Saturn. Because we are talking only about the exalted planet. Like that, there are a lot of Karakatva features. Okay?
Yes, sir.
What would be the strongest between the Lagna and the Lagna star? The Lagnesh or the Lagna star?
The karma is very, very strong. Take for an example, what is your Lagna star?
Pushya. Pushya.
What is the pada of the star?
I don't know. I don't remember. I can check that.
You can make it, note it down. An important tips. An important tip.
Pada 2.
Yeah. But if you have the Pushya star of pada 2 under the Lagna, then your horoscope is wrong. It have to be corrected.
Oh, okay.
All the people make it, note it down. Now I am talking about the Lagna pada standing nakshatra. Lagna point standing nakshatra. Lagna point standing pada. If your Lagna point standing pada is 1 and 3, then you are a male. If your Lagna point standing pada 2 and 4, then you are a female.
Wow. Okay. So odd is male and even is female.
Female. Now, not for Rasi Nakshatra, only for Lagna point standing nakshatra.
Ascendant degree. Okay. Ascendant degree.
Yeah. Just a simple example, sir. If you take your Navamsa chart, if you have a male ascendant in Navamsa Lagna, then you are a male. If you take a Navamsa chart, if you have a female ascendant in your Navamsa Lagna, then you are a female.
Oh, okay. So that is a good tool for birth rectification as well, I believe, right? So if I'm a male, I cannot have an even number. Okay. As Navamsha. As well as ascendant degree should also be in the pada of 1 or 3, since it is odd.
Yes, exactly.
So my Lagna is totally wrong.
Yeah, gives a good clue. I need to also fine tune it. Thank you, sir, for that tip.
In Mr. Ken Parkson horoscope can be easily rectified because might be some minutes, 5 to 10 minutes might be earlier or misplaced. It might happen. So his Lagna pada might be Pushya 3 or Pushya 1, right? Okay. So we can adjust that easily. But what about the horoscopes which have the Lagna at the end of the Rashi, at the end of the houses? What about the horoscope? That is very, very
mine is like
narrow,
that.
right?
Mine is like that actually. It is right at the border of Libra and Scorpio.
Yes, sir. Ken Parkson, sir. Yes, ask me what you're trying to ask.
Are you talking about Gandanta degree? Like very at the end?
Yes, Rasi Gandanta.
Rasi Gandanta, okay.
Rasi Gandanta. And take for an example, if a person, a child is getting birth, and the horoscope, the astrologer is marking the concerned person's Lagna is Mithuna Lagna's starting point. Mithuna, sorry, Gemini Lagna's ascendant's starting point. What is the Gemini ascendant's starting point? It is Mrigashira 3, third pada. Mrigashira, third pada. It's the starting point of the Gemini ascendant. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But if that particular child is a female child, how do we calculate? It can be Rishabh Lagna. It can be Taurus Lagna.
Yeah. So then we have to move the Lagna.
Yeah. So for that, we have to cross check whether the concerned person's Lagna is Gemini or Taurus. If the concerned person's Lagna is Taurus, everything will change, right?
Everything will change.
Yeah.
Everything will change.
So, yeah, even in the olden days, more than 10 to 15 minutes, more than half an hour, the time varies. Then what about the Lagna?
Yeah, everything will change.
Yes. So that is the plus point in DNA astrology, using the DNA astrology, because DNA won't lie.
Yeah,
DNA won't change. Right? So whatever evidence which happened in your father's family, which happened in your mother's family, it will deliberately show you. Right? So using that, we can check that. So that is a separate class, but before getting into the class, we have to understand all the karmic effects of the 27.
But what you told, I think, is almost like looks like 80% of birth rectification can be done with this. Almost.
Yeah. Because do you know what I'm doing? Either whoever client who approaching me, first I used to check the birth chart. Whether it is correct or not. Let me give a particular example. Okay, a concerned person is getting birth at the end of Gemini, of Gemini ascendant. Okay, so we can't determine either it is a Gemini ascendant or a Cancer ascendant.
Cancer.
It's a Kataka Lagna or Mithuna Lagna. We can't determine. So because the Nakshatra Pada is Punarpusha 3 and someone is saying it is Punarpusha 4. Okay. So it can be a male baby or female baby. Either it can be. But we have to determine, first we have to come to a conclusion, either it is a Karkataka, it is a Cancer ascendant or a Gemini ascendant. For that, we have to calculate the connections of the 9 bhavas, and I will tell a particular example. Okay. Take the concerned person as a Gemini Lagna. Okay. So what is the 9th house of Gemini Lagna? What is the 9th house?
Aquarius. Kumbha.
Aquarius. Kumbha Lagna. Correct? So Aquarius is the Moon Trikona house of Saturn. Correct or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Saturn's birth star is Revati. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Revati carries the curse, carries the karmic registry of Mars.
Mars. Yeah.
Okay, right? So the Moon Trikona house of Saturn also carries a Mars. The karmic registry of Mars.
Oh, okay.
True.
That is why in the very first class, I have intimated that please remember the Moon Trikona house. It is very, very important. Okay. If the concerned person is really a Gemini ascendant, then the 9th house will be Aquarius and the 9th house will carry the curse of Mars. Correct, sir?
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
So technically, Moon Trikona also carries the curse.
Exactly. And another most important thing, what if the concerned person's Lagna is Cancer? What will be the 9th house? The 9th house will be Pisces.
Mean Rashi. Yeah.
Yeah, Pisces is the Moola Trikona house for Ketu. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Ketu's birth star is Asilesha, and Asilesha carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan. Am I right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Pisces is the house which itself carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan.
Yep, you are right.
Okay. If a person is under Cancer Lagna, then the 9th house, his father directly or indirectly carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan. If the person is a Gemini Lagna, then the father directly or indirectly carries the curse of Mars.
Mars.
So using that, we can identify which lagna is correct or which lagna is wrong. This
Wrong.
is the evidence.
Same can be done
Perfect.
with the fourth house also, right? Whatever, like
Any house.
mothers and fathers, usually we can come to a conclusion.
We can check more than generation to generation using our DNA connectivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the seventh house? The seventh house is mother's mother.
Yeah.
Mother's
Mother.
grandma.
4 to
Right?
4.
Yeah. What about the fifth house? Father's father.
Yeah, fifth of father, 9 to 9.
Yeah, we can also check using our using the connectivity of the people who were not connected to our bloodline. What is the third house? Third house is nothing but our father-in-law. Third house is our father-in-law, and the 10th house is our mother-in-law. We can check their karma in our horoscope.
Oh, okay. So we can find all of the connectivities of the DNA.
Right.
All of the connectivity, sir.
Even for siblings and everything.
Sir,
Siblings,
excuse me, sir.
kids.
Yes.
You said Lagna Pada is important. 1 and 3, then male, and if 2 or 4, then female.
Yes.
In my family, there are twins, and the birth time is same, only 1 minute difference.
Okay.
So how we apply
twins
this?
Twins mean
A male,
and
a female. No, they are they are not identical.
They are not identical, a male and female.
No.
Might be through to cesarean or through to any medical practice which is happening today. The time difference is just 1 minute, but the formation of the zygote might be differ minimum 8 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
using that, we have to differ that. We have to differ the patha. We have to differ the patha using comparing the horoscope.
Wonderful. So that will be kind of more kind of a conceiving time, right?
Yeah.
When the birth takes place, not when they are taking the birth through the C-section or
we can simply calculate the tithi by which we are conceived.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we are getting birth in a particular tithi, but
Yes.
we don't know the tithi in which date which we have conceived as a single cell, right?
Yeah.
But using our birth tithi, they can calculate that.
Oh, okay.
You have to minus our birth tithi, minus 9. Minus 9.
Oh, that's the conceived.
That's the conceived tithi. Only if the conceived tithi is Amavasya, only if the conceived tithi is Paurnami, then that particular child mind will be stressed, not the birth tithi.
Okay. So when there is Amavasya, then there will be a problem with the child, right?
Yeah, some mental disturbances, some psychological disturbances will happen to the concerned person.
So what you're saying is the actual tithi the person is born in minus 9 tithis from that. If it is coming to Amavasya, only then the problem will be there.
Only then the psychological problem, only then the psychological torture will happen to the concerned person. Not the birth tithi. Birth tithi is not considered. Birth tithi is not valued that much.
Oh, acha. So then actually we should calculate for everybody then minus 9 and to see the actual okay, nice.
Actual conceived tithi.
Yeah.
And then we can even go 9 months back from there and can say that, hey, it was this time. Yeah, wonderful, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate your knowledge, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
today I first time, such a precise, at least birth time rectification.
Yeah.
It has become so complicated, but this is like very quick.
Yeah.
9 because we carry 9 months. That's why minus 9.
Also a complicated thing. The birth time rectification is not as easy as I explained.
Oh, okay.
That is also very complicated, because using just one bhava we can't come to a conclusion, right?
Yes.
Using one bhava we can't come to a conclusion. We have to take other bhavas also. Take for an example, very simple example. if the concerned person's ascendant is Gemini, as we discussed before, then the seventh house is Sagittarius. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
The seventh house is Sagittarius. Do you know what is a Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the Moola Trikona house for Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So what is the birth star for Jupiter?
So Pusha, I think so. Jupiter. Pusha Nakshatra.
Pusha. What is the karmic registry of
Rahu.
Pusha Nakshatra?
Rahu.
Rahu. So Jupiter always carries the curse of Rahu. So the Moola Trikona house for Jupiter, Sagittarius, always carries the curse of Rahu.
Oh.
That will be in Virgo.
Yeah, it is not Virgo. I'm talking about the Moola Trikona house of Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Jupiter will carry. Jupiter will
So
carry.
Sagittarius will always carry the curse of Rahu. Always. Forever.
So we can all give a zodiac sign, all the sign. We can see what are the concerned curse that Rashi is carrying, and based on that,
Yes.
got it.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. The Gemini ascendant people, they will have the life partner only from the family background of Pushya, Visakha, and Satabeshak Nakshatra.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This
the
rule will
seventh
not break. Even though they fall in love with any other people, they themselves will have the curse of Rahu.
You mean the life partner, not they themselves, right?
Sorry,
Yeah,
the life partner.
Life
I'm
partner.
talking about the life partner.
So can we? I mean, I
So
know.
in the-
Sorry. Go ahead.
So you can find all the similarities of the Rahu karma in the life partner's family. In the life partner's family, there will be a government job person. In their life partner's family, there will be transport-related business, automobile, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, electricity, electronics, transport, all Rahu Karagatva business, all Rahu Karagatva professions.
I think we need to, sir, also know a little bit about Karakatva, because from my previous whatever we studied, the Karakatvas were assigned little differently. Like for vehicles, it was Mars
The
or
Karagatva assigned in the Paramparya traditional astrology is different compared to the real.
Correct. So we let us know, sir.
Rahu is the best driver. Rahu is a wonderful driver. But at the same time, Rahu is responsible for accidents.
Oh.
Rash driver.
Rahu is a wonderful driver, but at the same time, Rahu is responsible for accidental death and suicidal death. So the karma gives both positive and negative.
So it will kind of possess him to know driving and everything, but that will also be his downfall by accident. I mean, giving negative qualities. Got it.
Yes. So in our upcoming classes, we also discuss about the different intellectual karaka of the planets, along with the karmic effects of the planets.
Right.
Anyone is recording this video?
Yeah, I am doing, sir. I will send it. I will basically upload it to the G drive.
You can save that in the separate drive, and you can upload that in the YouTube also. So our conversation can be viewed all over the world.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
sure.
Because knowledge is a thing which should be spread to the entire world. Knowledge is not a thing. It is not a treasure.
Right.
Yes.
It is not it is not a private property.
Sure.
Right now, knowledge is common to the entire universe. Any human have the right to know things, right to know the knowledge.
Sir, Vishal sir.
Yes, sir.
As you said, -9.
Yes.
Why -9? Because we carry 9 months.
It is not about 9 months, man. It is just a calculation.
Okay, it's a calculation.
That's it.
In any case, means in my case, my kid's born in 8 months, 10 days.
Yes.
But
8 months,
have
8 months, 10 days means the calculation will differ. Yes, the calculation will.
That's why I asked. Yeah, the calculation will be different.
differ.
Okay.
Because what do you know what is the cycle of Chandra Bhagavan? Chandra Bhagavan have 27 days, right? 27 days and the 28 days are again starting from the 0th nakshatra. So
Yeah.
that is the calculating days of the ladies' menses period cycle.
Yes,
So
I can.
Chandra Bhagavan is the Karakatva of our blood. Everyone says that Mars is the Karakatva of blood. No, Chandra Bhagavan is the Karakatva of blood. So Chandra Bhagavan's cycle is our period cycle, but we cannot determine that calculation in today's lifestyle, because in today's lifestyle we can just count the number of people who have the regular periods, totally 9 or totally 10, right?
True.
In today's lifestyle, every ladies have the irregular menstrual cycle, so we can't justify the Karakatva of Chandra Bhagavan.
Thanks, sir.
Is there any other further way we can see in D9 in Navamsha?
What is the thing you want to clarify?
I mean, for the birth time rectification.
Birth time rectification, we can clarify through the Bhava connection itself, sir. I will take a separate. Yeah, I will take it. It is a four class bounded like that. I have to take a detailed class.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sir, one question.
But before.
Sorry, go ahead. One question I had is like in the DNA astrology, what we are going to study. So will we do everything from the main chart, like the D1 chart, or also we in some cases need to go to D9 another one?
We can almost identify everything from our D1 chart. Almost.
Okay.
Okay.
It was a wonderful session. It was a absolutely mind-blowing, wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Never heard about this.
This was my first live session in English.
Yeah,
I hope it is very happy for me.
So, sir, what I will do